Saw an article about the integration for decentralized and centralized ideas. A centralized idea is the idea that's in place, called currency. So banking families own it, all of it. The idea, currency. Currently, there are two forms of that, the monetary type and the physical type. So, this is the difference. There's current like electrical current, okay? There's currency, the term itself, okay, not limited to the idea that is what we call an old school trade system. So now we trade goods and services at the humanitarian level via the interwebs, which is also a currency. And now it's stamped at that level, where the quantum world is getting a signature for the first time. Okay. Now, here's where things get funky. So you're taking an idea to control ideas with more ideas that get in the way of your own idea. For example, to challenge the USD, the US dollar, is ignorant. What you're challenging is the bank families, which is also ignorant because bank families challenge themselves. The idea is trying to control at every level the intellectual property of matter itself. You belong to you, first of all. No one else. That's all. So let's get back to the topic, the US dollar, and what I say. I see it's all the same to me. So, let me remind you that it's world trade, which means it's an idea at the world level. See, you're not fighting a country, you're not fighting the continent, you're fighting an idea. And if you look into those roots, they're much older than any of us would like to take credit for. So if you have imperialist China or Japan or any other imperial design, a democracy is going to be the balance. Whether it's divided or not, it's still a whole entity. It is one thing. The idea is not divided. It's just more than one head, so to speak. The great part about having one head is it is one head. And every one head has a source that's weak. In this particular case, it's my fucking voice. Weak by choice? Yeah. Okay, sure. Let's stop there. No, it's not weak at all. What I'm saying is strong. So answer this. Batman, riddle me this. Butthead. Why is it that you think one idea is better than the other idea when it's the same idea, y'all? So, if you can find a really good answer for that, great, you're the problem. If you don't agree with that, too fucking bad. You deserve death. And not the physical type, but like the forever type. Like the kind of death that you don't want. Like the kind of fear of God death that you know that you deserve. That you deserve. So back to what I was saying. Ideas tend to fight themselves when they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So when you take an idea that means nothing to me, like money, What is it? Why do you love it so much? And then you turn it into something of the intellectual type and say, I can capitalize on that. When you're not supposed to. That's part of our government. Constitution that was part of the whole process of becoming what we are. And what we became is a bit of an integrated form of everything I see. To please everybody. No, you don't. You please yourself, then you please me. Because ain't nobody here pleasing each other the way you're supposed to. Otherwise, this currency shit wouldn't be a problem. And we'd be current with it today. What is it? Love, of course. That's the only currency I need in any way. So, if we're going to get out of the rhyme and reason of things, not to trip on my words, just because you want to be turds great, then I believe we've made it this far for a reason. What I'm saying is, don't fight ideas with ideas. Change your season. It's like throwing two guns in the ring by themselves. You put one gun on this side and one gun on the outside, and the ref just like steps back, you know? It's like, all right, want a good clean fight. Anything goes. And you just watch those guns sit and look at each other like, oh, okay. No one's operating them, so they're not going to shoot each other. You know, and when we animate those guns, like, you know, those are inanimate, quote unquote, objects, though this is all the animus, which means to be in motion, or quote unquote life, which is from our Latin roots. So language is fun. If you want to go there, that's great. That'll help us all a lot. I need the younger generation just to stop pretending just because they learned English that it means something. It doesn't. It's kind of a sick joke. To wake up and hear how broken our language is. Because it takes time. So that's what I'm saying. Take your time with it too. And you won't get chewed up when you get out into the real world and realize most of us know this too. Whether you're bilingual or not. You know, you need to be able to understand more than just quote-unquote English, broken English, or Anglo-Saxon. Boy, I sure do love clearing my throat. I got plenty of truth for you. Ain't a fucking dope. I'm actually irritated. I don't like clearing my throat at all. It's irritating. Every time I clear my throat, I get pissed off. That's how small I am in my world, y'all. I know it's sad. Anyway, we got here, so we should be glad about that. If you're not, great. I can be great about it too. So back to my ideas. Decentralized and centralized. It's the same thing. There's no such thing as decentralized, centralized. What you have is old and new. What you have is new challenging the old, and the old not wanting to get out of the way. Well, they have fake, and they're riding it all day. You have new. It's still fake, but it is part of evolution and pushes the old out of the way, whether it likes it or not, because it's all just shit that don't matter. Yeah. Like I said, why do you love that anyway? You should really ask yourself that question and answer it wholly. You should really do some work here. Why do you love anything? Ask yourself that question and truly just answer it. I mean, really sit with it. Don't just go, well, this is why, and move on, because I'm going to call you out. And every time you give me a reason, one reason, any reason, I'll find another reason for you to doubt. And see, I do that on purpose. Because without me, there's no good reason to be here, you see. Without you, I could say the same. However, I wouldn't be you, so I'm not going to pretend to be you in this game. I'm not. It's not a game. But since I'm me, I know that I'm inside your head just by you listening to this. And by being outside of it also, I'm on all sides of this fucking list. And I don't care who's holding names. I'm VIP all the way through this. Because I'm me, just the same you are you. You should be VIP in your own world too. Good job. That don't mean you're at the top of the list. Just means You know who you are and you value life. Great. Animus. So animus means to be in motion. Life. Again. You have two ideas that are not separate. You just have separatism talking to itself. When you have separatism talking to itself, of course it's going to divide the world. Are they intelligent? No. It shows. They didn't have the words to give you this, to tell you that stupid's fighting stupid with stupid, because none of that matters to us. And I know it. I got proof. You didn't ask me. If you did, I'd have told you that. And if you ask why, I'll sit silent till you figure that out too. You're smart. Don't play stupid with stupid, or you got Cupid playing Cupid with Cupid. And Cupid's tired of shooting his own ass with his arrows. Or hers. Don't matter. Cupid is a process. It's an idea. Again, why do you fight ideas with ideas? How about the idea sit silent and know that we are? We're perfect, just like that. You don't have to do anything. Great. You did it. Good job. What'd you do? Oh, just being you? Oh, okay. Cool. Is that good enough? Yes. Yep, it is. What are we doing today? Doesn't matter. If it did, I'd let you know. Otherwise, we're good. You let it go. Don't create something that isn't there, like the world's problems. Well, that is there, so let's talk about it. That's important. What isn't here is my feelings about what's going on in my life today personally. What I'm feeling is what's going on in my job. And what I'm feeling about is going on in my life today personally, just not at my very, very own, very securely personal level. But since it is me personally, let's talk about it. What is going on in the world is China is with their Yuan. Okay, and I'm yawning for this too. It's Yuan, or Wing, and Wan, and Yin, and Yang, and fucking all the other yen. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Push, pull, breathe, in, out. I get it. We got a machine head. It's better than the rest. Of course you do. So give it rest, please. So breathe in, breathe out. Just not on your knees. It's disgusting. We don't do that here. I certainly won't do it for you there. I don't have to bow. You earn bow. Okay? You create a bow. It's not just expected. If you expected a bow, then you've insurrected the heart of something that you severely and poorly misunderstood, which is God. And that's very good, because I didn't expect you to understand that. If you thought you did, well, you have another problem. It's called your currency. And why you're fighting over nothing. It belongs to the banking families, which belongs to a group that has the kind of influence that to me needs to be destroyed right now. It could be. You could. We could toss the whole idea into the void. Or we could go to hell with it. Either way, it's still just, it'd be what it is. It's an idea that you play with. You gave it power. Call it whatever you want. But it's powerless in my world. Because I do not value things that do not matter. Those things, materialistically, do not matter to my physical world as much as the air and understanding the process that it creates. To do that, you simply just need to be with it, breathe, and get out of each other's way. If we are in each other's way, fix it. If I'm not fighting you, don't fight back. If my words were fighting you, that's okay. I've already had my Sticks and Stones video for you today, so that was yesterday, actually. That's a fact. I'll keep these things rolling out. So the best part is currency is love. My love for you is here talking about things that are important to me. So while it's not at my very securely personal level, it's still part of my reality, which is at my very securely personal level. So whether I'm inside the head with you or outside, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. If we're going to coexist, you have to understand a few things about me. I don't care about your money or what you're doing out here in this quote-unquote dream of yours. You are the dream. You're living it. Does it have a goal? I don't know. It doesn't matter. And if it doesn't have a goal, great. It doesn't have to. I could sit in perfect silence and not need to tell you who I am, not need to talk to you about where I'm going. Maybe I don't need to do any of those things ever. We gotta wonder why we ever did. Where you going? Where you been? It doesn't matter. Why are they worried about that? Well, probably because they don't want you stumbling into their truth. Now, that's not just China, it's the whole world with you. And that's what I was saying. Don't take an idea and fight an idea with an idea. You'll just have Cupid playing Cupid with Cupid. And that's stupid. That's not how love works. The ideas are nice. You are not. Okay? It shows how you use the idea. And that's what you chose, like I said. When you create something to destroy, that's what it does. Okay? Here's the funny thing about that. You can put two items that destroy in the same room as long as the mechanism has to be mechanically or remotely activated. Then, as long as that isn't done, they'll just sit there in the same room and do nothing, inactive. But the second someone gets stupid playing Cupid with Cupid, all of a sudden everyone else pays for it because a long time ago someone did something very small to them, which became a snowball effect, become very big at the end and crush us all. And we're all dying for something small. Started out as a snowball, yeah. Now we got an avalanche. So if you want a World War III, that's how it starts. And all it is, like 3,000 families. As far as the I would say 3,000 families worldwide that make up the top 1% of the idea that I don't like. Clearing my throat is one of those things. Again, I do not like clearing my throat. I got a lot of truth for you, and someone somewhere out there seems to think that it's bullshit. So I'm going to clear my throat for you as much as fucking possible to get this out. Because it's their bullshit, and that's how I know. If we weren't upset about it, it wouldn't be happening. Because that shit don't just happen. Okay? So back to what I was saying. Your ideas are fighting each other. Only when you, the owner-operator of that idea, decides that it should. Which means the ideas are not fighting each other. People are fighting each other. And people aren't fighting each other. Stupid is fighting itself. So if stupid wants to fight itself, go ahead, China. Line them up, up. Line them up, up. We're not your fire. We are your end. And that's not a spiritual fucking ha-ha. To transcend, you won't. You won't ascend it. You won't imbibe it. You will not invigorate a past life for you without passing through my eye first. If you pass through that, You know you made it through hell. I guarantee that for you. So think about what you're doing out here now, China, Japan, everybody who thinks there's something. You're not. It shows when you get ugly. You lack the words. That's why you rot where you are. And you can take your Torah and your Shanti. Save it. It didn't make anything today, except problems. Well, I came to solve it with all that I've got. You wanted hell? I brought it to you. But that's real. Again, it's not how I feel. That's what I know. So if you want that, that's where you'll go. If you make it through that, you won't. Congratulations. You're done. You're home. Either way, it's all going to the same place. Right there with my soul. Which is the most important part of this story, y'all. It's your story, their story, everyone's story. But you know what? It's not. You know why? Because I'm here to tell you, it's my story. And that's the only I know. That's me, right here. That's it. Inside and out, the whole way through. No doubt, I am the truth. I am the light. You are the way. Because you are in it. And with it, that is your burden today. Light. I'll take you there when it's time. Meanwhile, I got something else to do today that involves the physicality that they tried to manipulate. Because that's what they do. So when they get angry and storm off or pretend to be nice with you there, it's really easy to tell when we're not connected in our thoughts or the conversation. It's also very easy for me to tell when you're playing me. Not just the nations, but God help you. My own family today. And they're the worst ones of all. And they just get worse. The better I get, y'all. Duh. And they didn't have to do anything but be what they were. Who, what, when, where, and how. All of it. For whom they are, by whom they are, with whom they are, how they are, all of that. None of it changed. I did. When I changed. If they didn't change, they won't be changing with me now. And that means they fell off the tree. They're gonna make something new one day, you'll see. But that's not for me. This is me. The only one, the only thing I know. And that's how it should be for each and every one of you as it goes. And everything here is equal to that. If you didn't know that, now you do. If they don't know that, great. I can understand that too. I would be happy. It'd be an honor to explain it to them in layman's terms so that the common man can understand exactly what I'm saying now. Your currency is not love when you take an idea to destroy yourselves with that idea somehow. So stupid wants to fight stupid, great. That's how it will happen. It wasn't China versus North America. No. Those are names. Those are ideas. Not places of things. That's an idea. That is a person. Which is an idea, which gave it the thought in the first fucking place. So you blame stupid for fighting stupid, not the map. The map didn't fight itself. That's just a piece of art. Whether it was used to conquer, to remember, it doesn't matter. You had purpose for that. So it was the person, the persona, to be an animist, the motion. This is a play. You do with it what you want today. I'm going to tell you something. If stupid fights stupid, the way that stupid is fighting stupid today, I promise you I have a place for that when we're done. And I'm going to leave it at that with everyone. Have a beautiful day.